My favourite thing about 2021 has been being able to go and see movies again on the big screen. Of course, this also includes anime movies. For this video, the movie will have had to be available in my country in 2021, either online or in cinemas. This means that a lot of these were released in Japan at the end of 2020, but this way gives me a lot more to talk about. This also means that there are some things released in 2021 that I haven't been able to see yet, as they aren't available to stream. But enough of that, let's get into my list of every anime movie I watched in 2021 ranked from worst to best. Number 9. Fate Grand Order Divine Realm of the Round Table Camelot Wandering Agartum. Yeah, this was comfortably the worst movie I saw this year. Even then though, I don't think it's completely terrible, it's just very I feel like this movie did a really good job of setting up the next one, which is fine, but it doesn't exactly paint this movie alone in the best light. I feel like with every Fate series, the back end is way better than the front, and judging from the trailers, it looks like that will be the case here as well. They've reordered some events from the mobile game, but it doesn't drastically affect the story that much. Should it have probably been a series like Babylonia was? Absolutely. Overall though, I am looking forward to the next one, so I guess it did do what it set out to do in the end. Number 8. My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission. It's been a rough year for My Hero Academia. Season 5 failed to make much of a splash, and then we have this movie. It's not bad per se, it's just completely forgettable. For me, personally, it is the worst of the 3 My Hero Academia movies. That doesn't mean I think it's terrible, heck, I actually thought it was pretty decent, it was just nothing special and completely forgettable. The plot centers on our heroes trying to disarm bombs around the world, which you would think would give all the characters some time to shine, but unfortunately, this is the Todo Bakudeku show. A decent way to kill some time, but I can't recommend it for much more than that, unfortunately. Number 7. The 7 Deadly Sins Cursed by Light. You know, normally a movie set after the series is finished feels completely unnecessary and kind of overkill if the series ended well. However, the last arc of the 7 Deadly Sins sucks ass, so having this movie as the ending was honestly an improvement. The movie itself was fine, nothing special, a bit of dodgy CG, but the animation is mostly serviceable. There was a lot of brotherly moments between Meliodas and Zeldris, which was the highlight of the movie. Let's be honest though, if you got this far into the 7 Deadly Sins, you probably watched this too. For me, it provided a more satisfying ending than the one in the TV series. Number 6. Jose the Tiger and the Fish. I was a little let down by this. That doesn't mean it's bad, because it's not, it is good, but based on how high the scores are, I actually think it's overrated. The story centers on this guy who becomes the caretaker of this wheelchair-bound girl to earn some extra money. From here, you could probably tell where the story is going. Most of the characters outside of the 2 leads are completely forgettable, in fact, I have forgotten them. It is worth noting that watching this was one of the worst cinema experiences I've ever had, as there was a fly walking over the damn projector for half the movie, so maybe that has affected my ranking and enjoyment a little, but as I said, it is a good movie, just not as good as I was expecting, which is a shame. Number 5. Sword Art Online Progressive Aria of a Starless Night. This was better than I thought it would be, and that is coming from an SAO fanboy. Essentially, it's a more detailed retelling of the first 2 episodes of SAO from Asuna's point of view. Now that might not sound interesting, but I thought they handled it really well. It's not one-to-one to the light novel, which some people are probably mad about, but personally, I didn't mind the new stuff as it added a layer of unpredictability to something that could have been extremely dull, seeing as it already kind of exists in the original series. Also, boy, it's nice to see Kirito acting like an awkward human being for once. If you aren't an SAO fan already, I do doubt this will change your mind, though it is incredibly easy for newcomers to get into this movie. Can't wait for the next one. Number 4. Violet Evergarden, the movie. I only cried a little bit. I only watched Violet Evergarden because the movie happened to be showing at my local cinema, and boy, am I glad I did. The movie itself knows how and when to hit you hardest, and damn, does that water look good towards the end of the movie. KyoAni is always making good looking shows, but this movie may be the best looking of them all. The story serves as a fitting conclusion to the TV series, although for me there were certain parts that I found pretty difficult to believe. That's really all I can say about that without spoilers. Honestly though, that's me nitpicking because the movie is fantastic and emotional, and I am beyond thrilled to see that KyoAni is still going strong. Number 3. Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 thrice upon a time. Closure. That's the word I would use to describe this movie. I don't think it's perfect, not by a long shot, but when those credits started rolling I felt fulfilled, which is something that the end of Evangelion certainly did not do for me. For days afterwards I kept thinking on the movie and I feel like that really says something. Not everything can make you think. There are parts of the ending in particular that I didn't really like, but I understand why they happened and the message that they were trying to get across. If we do never see any Evangelion ever again, there is just one thing left to say. Goodbye, all of Evangelion. Number 2, Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel 3 Spring Song. Remember what I said earlier about Fate series getting really good the closer to the end you get? Yeah, that still applies. As the final part of the Heaven's Feel trilogy, it brings to a close the entire Fate Stay Night saga. The movie doesn't waste any time with getting to the action and it doesn't really slow down from there. Some of the greatest moments in the entire Fate series come from this movie. Personally, I've never been a fan of Sakura and watching this didn't change that, but the route itself is still pretty darn great. Aside from the occasional off-looking CG, the animation is superb throughout and the soundtrack is very epic. After this and Unlimited Blade Works, I desperately want Ufotable to do the last route that they haven't animated yet. Only time will tell if they will though. Number 1. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Train. Okay, remember at the start of the video when I said that I loved being able to go to the cinema this year after over a year of not going? Well, Demon Slayer was the very first movie I saw, and that likely has affected this ranking. However, this is my list, and thus my opinions. I'm sure most of you know about this movie and its unparalleled success. The animation and OST are phenomenal, the plot is simple but does the job well, and that final fight is still outstanding. There's not a lot I can really say. If you dislike Demon Slayer, then I am not going to change your mind. For everyone else though, this was a great experience, and for me personally, I could not think of a better way to return to big screen entertainment. And that's my list. Thank you for watching and be sure to tell me your favorites in the comments. If you liked the video, press like and subscribe on it so you can see more like it. Right now, press it. For now though, I must bid you farewell and I will see you next time.